Have you ever wondered why it seems that just as we're about to enter a new chapter in our lives, everything becomes the most difficult? As if the entire universe is against you. Your job suddenly feels shaky, relationships are strained, your mind is full of noise, and you feel like you're standing on the edge of an abyss. This is not a coincidence. It's like the darkest moment before dawn. Just like a seed lying in the earth, before it can reach the light, it must break through its own hard shell. And that process wasn't smooth. It's the crumbling, the death of an old version so that new life can emerge. Those who are called chosen ones, souls with a special mission, will often find their lives to be a continuous series of challenges. It's not because they're being punished, but because they're being prepared, tempered. And you know what? If you're experiencing deep pain, persistent loneliness, or repeated failures, it might not be a sign that you're lost. Conversely, it could be proof that you are on the cusp of the greatest breakthrough of your life. What is a challenge if not a way for life to test the true strength within us? The chosen one is not the favored one, but the tested one. Life didn't give them a smooth path. Instead, it puts them in the fire, like metal being heated to turn into steel. Have you noticed that the most difficult times are precisely when we are forced to change? Only when all familiar doors close do we open our eyes to look in a different direction. When all old relationships crumble, we finally learn to turn inward and find unconditional love. Challenges don't come to bring you down. It comes to strip away the layers you thought were you. It tears away the old masks, the habits, fears, and limiting beliefs, so you have no choice but to face the truth, that you are far stronger than you ever believed. The chosen one does not shy away from challenges. They went right through it, and it was their journey through the fire that set them apart. Because light doesn't come from avoiding darkness, but from stepping into it and realizing you are the torch. Many people think that life's difficulties are a punishment due to karma, an unfair fate, or the universe being against them. But perhaps the truth is different. The universe never punishes you. It only reflects you. If you see life as an endless chain of suffering, it might be because you're looking through the eyes of someone who believes they are being judged. But when you change your perspective, you'll see that those challenges are actually lessons. They're like invisible coaches pushing you into the gym to build mental muscle. Have you ever gone through a period where everything seemed to fall apart, only for that very period to become the most important turning point? Like losing an old job, only to find true passion. Like breaking up in love, only to meet the right person in maturity. Like falling to the bottom, only to realize you can soar higher than ever before. The chosen one is not the person who suffers the least, but the one who knows how to turn suffering into wisdom. What others see as punishment, they see as an opportunity. And that's the difference. It is in the fire that true transformation occurs. You can't become a new version of yourself if you're still clinging to the old. And the universe knows this. That's why it takes away things you think are indispensable. It burns away the things that hold you back so you can learn to stand strong without external support. There will be times when you feel like you're dying. It's not physical death, but the death of the ego. You lose a part of your old identity, your old roles, and the relationships that once defined you. And in that loss, you feel empty. But it was in that void that something new began to sprout. Have you ever felt like that? The feeling that you're no longer the old you, but you're also not sure who you'll become. That moment of limbo is the bridge. It's painful, but it's sacred. The chosen one understands that the fire does not come to destroy, but to refine. Just like gold must be burned in fire for impurities to melt away, leaving only the radiant essence. You too. After each death, you are reborn, not as someone else, but as your true essence. Having weathered the storms, the next lesson is no longer about fighting, but about letting go. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It's not about shrugging responsibility or resigning oneself to fate. Letting go means stopping clinging, stopping trying to control everything, and stopping fighting the current. Imagine you're struggling in a river. The harder you try to swim upstream, the more exhausted you become. But if you relax and let the current lift you, you'll find you're not sinking, but being carried along. The universe is the same way. When you learn to trust and go with the flow, you'll realize that miracles begin to happen. This is not passivity. This is spiritual maturity, knowing when to act and when to let go. Knowing that the universe is wiser than our small minds, and that it always leads us to where we need to be. The chosen one learns to live in this rhythm. No longer the noise of fear and control, but the melody of trust, of unconditional love, of unity with the eternal flow. If you find yourself going through the darkest days, remember, chosen ones are always tested the most severely before they step into the light. It's not because you're weak, but because you're strong. It's not because you've been abandoned, but because you're being called back to yourself. Every pain has meaning. Every challenge is a door. And if you're here listening to these words, know that you are not alone. If this video resonates with you, don't forget to subscribe so we can continue this awakening journey together. Because sometimes just a small ray of light is enough to guide you in the darkness. And perhaps you are that ray of light.